I hope I don't get like a weird husband that suddenly 10 years later I learn like new stuff about, and I'm like, should have never married.
I feel like you're always learning about people though, like, you know, new things every day, but it's never something, I don't think it's anything like that life-changing. Like 10 years later you're gonna learn something about them.
I've been finding out stuff about people. I'm like, damn. I'm like, if I would have known about you, like, I don't know if I'd be friends with you. I think I'm like slightly, okay, so I get a bad rep for being, I don't call it judgmental, I call it critical. Like, I don't really judge people like that. I think I'm just more critical because I'm critical of myself. So I'm like, I'm going to be critical with everybody else.
Of course.
I feel like I get that judgment, like, oh, you're judging. But I'm like, but you're judging me, saying I'm, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm like, I'm a critical person. I just have very strong opinions and very strong thoughts. But
there's a difference between being judgmental and just having a certain standard.
Yeah.
Because I'm not judgmental at all, but I have a certain standard that if I know something, I can never unknow it.
Yeah.
And it changes my perception of you, even if I'm not judging your action. Just, I don't know if I'm, you know, ready to be with you or like hang out with you like that anymore.
I think, you know what it is too, like kind of going like back to the friends thing. I think that's how I lost like a lot of friends. It's like not by being judgmental or anything. It's just by being intense. And then kind of the opposite, like some people just not understanding or just being patient and taking the time to get to know you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think somebody said, oh yeah. So I am a very intense person if you haven't found out.
Yeah. No, we talked about the same thing.
Yeah, we did. But like, I think everybody has to, I think it's a thing where people just don't understand people and they're not willing to.
Yeah, there's no empathy with people.
Because like now, as I'm getting older, that's why I'm like, all right, I gotta take time to really get to know people because, you know, I don't want to. You know, bye. Never see you again.
All and that's it. And then like you've wasted both your time. Like,
exactly. Yeah. Just in general with people, but it's always an interesting thing.
No, but it's not judgment. I know what judgment is.
Right.
I'm so against it, but it's so different. There's like a certain expectation that you have for people and for yourself.
Right.
So if you're not vibing with something that they did, it's not a judgment.
So throw an example of judgment out there versus standards.
Just like, well, when you look at someone and you just automatically assume something about them, or like I had this guy judge me one time. So I had a crush on him, right? Yeah. Story time, guys. All right, I'm really into this guy, and I wear a lot of black. Like I like skulls. Like I love skulls. I love I have like dead flowers
in your room.
In my room, like I'll dry them out, and I like to decorate with
I'm joking.
with dead flowers. Like I like morbid stuff, but any given day, I'm like rocking like Taylor Swift, and I'm pretty sweet. Like I'm a sweet person. Like I'm very, you know, compassionate, and I'm all vegan and stuff.
You got something on your nose. I've been staring at it the whole time. I'm sorry. You got it off. Okay. It was like something black. It could have been from the headphones.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry, but go ahead. So I'm like, wait, I'm staring at you more than normal.
She's like, it's a bug. Hold on, I'm about to run.
My bad. I should tell you sooner.
So so like I like skulls and stuff, but I also like flowers, the botanical garden. I wear like dresses, whatever. I like them both. Like you can be both people and you're still being yourself. And he would always be like, I don't understand how you're like so sweet but you love death, like. And I'm just like, so what? Like he's like, are you one way with me and then another way with other people? And I'm just like, no, like I'm both ways and they're both me. And there's nothing I can do. Like,
I see what you mean.
One day I like black lipstick, the next day I like pink. Like it's fine. Everything's fine.
That's true. Okay, myself. I see. I feel like, you know what it is, I for me with like judgment versus standards, that's perfect that you said standards. So I had a friend, we're still friends, not that we're not friends anymore, we're just cool. She was dating this guy and I felt like he was using her because like when he would come around, like she would spend so much money on this guy or whatever, and I'm like, if you don't go and spend some money on her, she would say, oh, he would do the same, but I didn't feel like that, and I'm like, yo, he's just using you and he's playing you. Because he was like, she wanted to be boyfriend and girlfriend with him or whatever, and he was like, nah, let's not put labels on it.
Here we go.
Warning right there. Red flag. And she was like, she wasted like a really long time on this guy, and I felt bad. And she was like, oh, you're judging him. And I'm like, I'm not judging him, I'm telling you what it is. Like, I mean, if you don't want to take that, that's your problem, but you're gonna get hurt in the long run. don't say I didn't say anything to you, so you can continue what you're doing, but you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Long story short, he had a girlfriend.
Of course. Oh, wait. He had a girlfriend, so he had a label with someone already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's what I was like.
So you didn't like labels.
Yeah. And I'm like, watch him knock that girl up too, so.
I'm telling you.
Then you're going to be really mad.
That's definitely. Yeah. That's not even judgment at that point.
Yeah, no, I think I was right.
It's not like you met him one time and you're like, oh, I don't like him.
Yeah, no, because like he was giving off like weird. I don't go by what people do.
Certain things like, I don't know, certain styles or something. Yeah. Like they judge you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I go off of vibes with people.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I don't really go off of what you're giving me too much. Yeah. But if you're giving me like a bad vibe, then I'm like I'm not really gonna. Not that I'm gonna be rude, but I'm not gonna talk to you.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna keep it very minimal as much as I possibly can. Like I don't want to hold conversations with you. You can tell if I don't want to talk to you. I always leave a room. Like if you're in there, I'm like.
Yeah, I can't fake it.
Yeah, me neither.
And I don't see why I should have to.
Yeah, why? Like that's another thing.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Fake friends. I can't be fake friends with somebody. Like if I don't like you, I don't like you.
I can definitely be like a kind person.
Yeah.
I'm cordial.
Respectful.
Hi, how are you? Exactly. Respectful with anyone.
Sometimes I don't even say hi, how are you? My mom likes to call me rude because like I don't like my mom's boyfriend. I think he's like extremely disrespectful. Mm-hmm. You come in the house, you don't speak to someone. Anytime I go in anyone's house, I will always address everybody that lives there or whatever, or their family or whatever. Yeah. I would never walk in somebody's house and just walk in and not say anything.
In DR, there's like a saying that says like if you like the one that gets there is the one that says hi.
Yeah.
Like it's not my job. Like I'm in my own home. It's not my job to get up and say hi to you. Like you're entering my home, of course.
And I always tell people like, hi, I'm here with such and such. We're just doing this. So
there you go.
Just swear. That's it. Nothing more.
Nothing more. We'll leave the room open.
Yeah. I even like. Because, like, I know how my family is. Like, if I go into one of my friends' room and they go shut the door, I was like, leave the door open. Because I don't want someone saying we're in there behaving like this or whatever.
I went to a baby shower this Saturday. My cousin's having a baby. God help us all. But we go there, and the baby shower was at this girl's house that I don't know. Like, I don't know her. And we get there, and I don't see the girl anywhere, but I'm all up in her house.
Yeah,
so I tell my cousin, I'm like, you have to introduce me to this girl.
Right.
Because I'm in her house, like, eating her food and drinking her drinks.
Hello.
And I literally, like, I couldn't even be calm with myself until I met her.
That's how I feel. I'm like, if you come in my house and you don't respect me and you're eating my food, watching my cable, using my electricity, we got a problem.
We're like doing everything. Like it's a huge shower, and it was a huge place. Like we were outside and stuff, but I couldn't sit there and not meet her.
That to me is disrespectful.
Of course.
It's super disrespectful. But like I don't like, for me, like if I don't say nothing, like I don't look at people I don't like.
Yeah, no.
I don't make eye contact with you. If I don't like you, I don't say anything. I act like you don't exist.
I don't think it's not necessary to put ourselves through anything that we don't want to do.
Right.
Like, we're not kids, you know? Like if you don't want to go somewhere, don't go.
I notice with obviously there is a difference between guys and females on what they do with friends. Like guys, like if they have an issue, they squash it. Girls, it'll go on for a whole lifetime.
They like to drag it out, you think? Well, I mean, we're not like that.
Yeah.
But I've seen cases like that.
I see it all the time with girls, like mad fake. I'm like, you were just talking mad crap about this girl. Are you serious? And I see guys do it too, but like if guys get into an issue, I don't know. What is it with guys that they could put that past and just, oh, you want to go shoot some hoops or something?
That's what I want to understand. Like, because there's definitely a difference there.
Yeah.
I want to understand what it is. Why? Yeah. Like, do women feel that they need to be like nice all the time and fake in that aspect? I feel like that has something to do with it.
I can't do that.
Because like as women, we're supposed to be like these gentle things and be like, oh, hey.
Have you met me?
You know? Exactly. I'm not like that either. Like I'm pretty rough around the edges sometimes. Like it's a lot.
I am.
So I feel like that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
So they would rather I'm a woman, so we would rather
yeah.
be like,
I don't know what I am. I haven't decided.
And be like kind or perceived as such.
I don't.
Where men really don't care.
I don't have a gender assignment.
You don't have a gender assignment? Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a story. There were these parents that had a baby and they didn't want...
in Canada.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to put a gender.
That's so
Everyone
ridiculous.
was asking me what I thought about that.
Really?
They thought it was so controversial. They thought like I was going to say that it was fine, but I don't think it's fine.
It's weird to me because like we're not even talking about, it's science. You're either a male or a female. There's no in between. unless you're a hermaphrodite.
I don't
but
have
then
a
even
problem
that,
if they want to change it afterward, but we have to like assign this child. Like you gave it a name, right? You didn't say, let it pick its own name.
Was it like Adolf or something like that?
It was not
weird.
Adolf. I don't think you're allowed to actually name your. There are some names that are like banned.
Really?
Yeah, I've read about
Adolf
it.
was banned.
I think Adolf
Hitler. Sorry, bad joke. Moving on. No, I this whole gender thing at this point, I think it's losing its control. Now it's like, now I feel like in general now with society, with everything, now there's no boundaries with anything.
They take it too far.
Yeah, it's going
where it becomes
beyond.
a joke. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's a baby. It's got a genitalia.
Like,
which one is it?
You didn't say let it pick its own name. People baptize their kids under religion. You don't say let it pick its own religion.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that is true.
It doesn't get to pick these things.
If that's the case, then let your child raise itself. Let them go fend for food like the rest of the animals do.
Yeah, they die.
Let them figure it out.
You have to take care of this child, and then if they decide to deviate, fine, go ahead.
I think, you know what I think though, it should be 18. It shouldn't be under 18, like for that decision, because I feel like a child, like even all of us, like we can't even pick what we want to eat at 15 or what career path. We have nothing figured out. Let it be 18, or even I might be stretching a little bit, 21.
It's so permanent. Yeah, something is so permanent.
I've heard so many different cases, and like when I've read articles where people go, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done this when I was 8 years old. Me too. And then they'll go back and like, I want to go back.
You can't undo it.
I'm like, but you just took all the more.
You cannot undo it.
And now Medicaid and stuff like that is covering.
You can definitely support it, but you don't have to, I mean, this is really controversial, but you don't have to go so drastic. Like, it's a very drastic decision.
I think if
like,
you're gonna
I wouldn't let my child get plastic surgery.
No, I wouldn't either.
You know, like,
I have considered it a few times.
Plastic surgery?
Yeah, I was like, I want bigger boobs, but then I got fat, and I'm like, I don't want to.
I got bigger boobs. She's like, hey, automatic.
Not anymore. They're too heavy.
No, I've never had a problem with my boobage.
I don't want it no more.
Yeah.
Like, it's
and like when you're young, of course, like when you're young, you consider stupid things like that.
Yeah.
But there's so much more to the world than, you know, things like that.
There is. I mean, there's a few
that's
things
not even
that
important. I used to want a nose job when I was
really
young. Yeah.
You don't have a bad nose.
I feel like I have a big nose.
Have you seen some of the people that we work with? Their noses, like sometimes, like they're talking, and I'm like,
how is that on your face? No,
I don't mean to. That's me being judgmental. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That is me being judgmental. But some people got some terrible noses. Yours is not bad.
Used to, but you see, like what a stupid. Like you imagine my mom would let me get a nose job or something. No. Or like I was pretty fat when I was young.
Were you? I have to see pictures.
I have to bring some.
Because I don't believe you.
But do you imagine like I would have gotten liposuction or something like now?
It's not.
It's just not necessary. Like it's not necessary.
I've been reading a lot where people are getting like infections and dying from that stuff.
It's awful. Like just go to the gym.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
If it's that important to you, go to the gym.
You're right.
And it shouldn't be that important. Like, and it doesn't change you as a person. Like me, 10 pounds heavier and 10 pounds lighter. Like now that's something that I know.
Changes your face.
It changes you physically, but you're still, if you're ugly inside, you're going to be ugly.
Yeah, oh my God. There's this one girl I used to go to church with. She will never hear. Maybe she will eventually hear this, and I don't care. You know who you are. I thought she was so pretty. The nastiest freaking attitude ever. Nasty attitude.
And you're ugly to me at that point.
I'd never even want to talk to her. Like, she was so fake, and she was from California.
Yeah.
So fake. And now I understood what people were saying about like, and this is not for every person in California, but like I hear this a lot from people in California. People are fake. Like when I tell you they're fake, I don't know how.
That's a judgment that I've heard about LA a lot.
Yeah,
like,
but they really are just fake.
Yeah, I've heard that.
When you meet these people, you're like, damn, I really wish that wasn't. Why are you guys so, like? What is the culture out there that makes people just? Oh my God, you're so nice. And then 5 minutes later, talking Mac. Yeah. I'm like, hold on, you gonna make me punch you in your face? Who are you talking about like that?
That judgment too. I don't know it to be true yet, but
when you go, you will learn real quick.
I don't think.
But you'll like California.
I don't want to learn that part about it.
No, you're gonna learn it anyway.
Yeah.
You have no other choice. People are weird. I mean, they're not all weird. The people out there are really nice. You know what I notice is when you go to California, you say you're from New York, they act different. And
of course.
They love it. They eat it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm from New York. Oh my God. I'm like, not that part of New York, but I'm from New York.
I'm from the Bronx.
Well, they'll probably like you.
Yeah.
Because you're right there. People like, what is it like? I don't know. Yeah. I don't mean to say it, but I hate hanging out with people that when they first come to New York, they have to do all the touristy things, and I get it, I really do, but it's annoying. And that's why when I go
from here.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I don't. This place
when
is
my family came to DR, like that was the first time I went to like Times Square. We went to the Statue of Liberty. We went to like the Empire State, and like I really didn't care about any of those things.
It's there.
Yeah.
You're gonna do.
But when you go somewhere else, you're like, oh, let's do this.
You're right.
Definitely.
I did do that.
Like I'm going to Europe next week.
Yeah.
Like of course I'm going to Big Ben. We're gonna go to London Bridge. Like we're gonna do all that stupid stuff, you know.
They're probably gonna have like a lot of security right now.
Yeah, probably.
I was like really scared about that because my sister's like really into European places too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, pick a different place that's not where ISIS is
like,
lighting up right now.
Like you shouldn't go.
Yeah.
But I've been working like 3 jobs like, for a year.
We're going.
We're going on this vacation.
And just to be safe. I mean, I told my sister too. I'm like, pick a place because I'm like, now I gotta get her a really good birthday present too. Like, no European places, please. Like, at least nowhere where ISIS is hot.
Oh God.
Or trying to,
Let's hope not.
light up anything. I don't have time for it.
I don't have time.
I'm like, listen, I'm 26. I want to live my life.
The rest of it, seriously.
Yeah, please.
She wants to grow up and raise her daughters right.
Yes.